Welcome back, everyone, to the Last Steps of Phandelver. I hope you all had a good week.
It's been okay.
I'd say I was sick, but then now I am cured, so all is well.
Nice.
By cured, I mean hanging in there.
Oh. All right. Meeting a stranger named Fyeth Shadestone, who has disguised himself as the deceased Dockmaster Hedrick. Our adventurers are warned that the Croc Boss is more dangerous than they could have imagined. Fyeth confided that the Croc Boss was connected to a sinister authority known as the Spider, and that they were plotting to obtain keys to unleash a seemingly catastrophic event known as the Reclaiming. With Ronan, Brandy, Griffin, and D1 having met the boss previously through their connection with one of his associates, Brix, the group, along with their new acquaintance, Aliva, plans to gather information, beginning with a massive gathering of people from all across the land that the Croc Boss was currently hosting beneath the inn. During this planning, however, some unforeseen matters needed attention. The amulet obtained from the mysterious Athazar had started rattling violently in its enclosed container, heating up and emitting clouds of purple smoke. To make matters worse, the smoke seemed to attract the attention of some enormous creatures mysteriously hiding near the edge of town. Sending Rummy deep into the ocean to conceal the amulet, the party approached the creatures, engaging in a deadly battle before finally destroying them. Meanwhile, Rummy was killed by ominous mer creatures, and after being recreated, was perilously able to regain the amulet from one of the creatures as it descended to its underwater stronghold. As the party grows more trusting of Aliva, they confide in her the story of the deceased wizard Trebre, and the existence of the amulet, though tensions are high. Agreeing that the amulet must be kept secret from the Croc Boss, they now realize that it cannot be left unattended, and that it requires a conduit, whatever that means. And that's where we're going to begin this evening.
Yeah, I don't think we know that.
A little insider info.
So if you remember, Ronan, I should make you roll a history check. Roll a history check, Ronan.
I'm looking at my little notebook now.
Yeah, roll a history check, Ronan.
There's keys that maintained, and they have to be protected with a conduit, and they're separated shards, quote unquote, brain to function is what I wrote. So it's a mess, but Fyeth did mention it.
Nice, perfect.
You used that word that I can't pronounce still, the
Anthithis.
Yeah.
Anthithis. So there is Ronan. 7. You seem to remember when you broke through the door, when you kind of broke through Athazar himself. You remember a moment where you held the amulet kind of in your hand, grasping at it and looking at it. You remember feeling the energy that it held. And you remember feeling like it couldn't be left to its own design. And that's all I'll say. I think we went a little bit deeper, but we'll just leave it at that for right now, Ronan.
Yeah, no worries.
So, as we kind of clean ourselves up, lick the wounds from a pretty grueling battle here, not for you for the most part. You were able to make pretty easy work. You see before you here piles of just kind of mess on the ground, on the swamp floor and the bog floor here. You see what seem to be pieces of flesh now completely burned and charred, but you see what appears to be maybe a finger or what was a finger. And as you kind of reach down, Brandy, to touch it, it just falls away as ash, just kind of loose ash onto the floor here. Ronan, you notice in front of you some pieces of metal here that are still kind of red hot on certain areas to the touch, which is quite confusing to you, considering there was no like forced air pressure or anything, to burn these creatures up. But nonetheless, in front of you stands plates of metal within the ashes here that this creature had wedged in between its flesh and muscle. Rummy, as well, standing here with his bag that he just kind of went down and made sure that he was able to grab. Although you were unable to secure some of the other items, D1, that you had found, that Rummy had found when he was down there in the cave, unfortunately. Notably a waterlogged journal, from what I can remember, and a dagger, I think.
Yeah, and a cloak.
Is the amulet still smoking?
Sorry?
Is the amulet still like producing that purple smoke?
So no one's wearing it at the moment, correct?
Rummy
It's
has
still in the box.
It's still in the box. That's what I thought. Yeah, we ended that way. Roll a perception check, Oliva. It's kind of in a bag right now, kind of as Rummy is holding the bag, kind of as he just kind of crawled out of the ocean here and kind of walked up to D1.
Just waiting for loading screen. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time. And Griff is kind of like, you see him kind of picking through some of the rubble with his blade, kind of like just cautiously, just looking through. And he just says, I could eat a peach. Oh, a dirty 20. Look at that.
Off to a good start.
Jeez. All right.
Receive all.
Gee, yeah. All right. There is the smell, Oliva, is kind of what catches your attention more than anything else. There's a burning, kind of a hot smell. It's not a burning per se. It's more of it's more of a smell of heat. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's kind of like a
smolder.
Like a smolder, yeah. It's very unpleasant. And in the air around the bag, there are little hints of purple smoke, but not for long. They kind of make their way up into the air as they kind of are dispersed into the air. You can see the purple kind of become dulled and light and lighter until it just fades away into the air around it.
Quick question. Now that we're out of combat, how much longer would Anula be?
Probably not much longer. We're looking at probably a total of about a half an hour left of your telepathy between yourselves as well. So if you want to use that time, you can use it however you want. You also have another dose, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So don't forget you have that too. You can use it at your disposal.
Yeah.
But I'll leave it to you. I'll open the floor if anyone wants to do anything here.
Yeah, I'd immediately turn to Rummy and D1 and kind of hold up my hand like I'm about to reach for it, the amulet, or at least the box, and then kind of grip a fist, put my hand down, and then say, I can hold on to that.
Well, here's the thing that we've noticed from it is up until we decided that we should hide it, which was what we had done, it seems like holding on to it for any length of time starts to affect you. So we were passing it back and forth amongst each other to try to limit the amount of time each one of us had contact with the item.
Affect you how?
It seems to, it's hard to explain, but it seems to darken your sensibilities.
Yeah, that's what it's rumored to do. It shouldn't be as much of a problem for me, but
yeah, well, we'll definitely will continue this passing it around amongst each other thing and include you in the rotation. But our other major thing at hand is that we need to meet up with this croc boss at his meeting. He's gonna start becoming suspicious, I'm sure. I'm sure our little,
I'm sure he's already suspicious. It's been
yeah,
like 3 days since we
our
said
little
we'll be right
comrade
back.
Bricks has for sure reported back to him by this point, so...
What?
Now, the
I'm
question
sorry.
is, how do we meet the boss without the amulet on us?
Well, he has no idea I'm with you.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
That's true.
We just gotta decide if we trust our new paladin friend here enough to hold on to it.
Well, we have to trust somebody. Now, I'm more
I trusted
inclined...
Bitters and then she's died.
True. I'm more
But, yeah.
inclined for Aliva to come with us to meet the boss.
Her skills would be in use if it goes to battle, for sure.
Exactly.
What exactly did he want with you the first time, and why is he after the amulet, and why are you after it?
We are unsure about why he wants the amulet. We didn't even
Yes.
really realize this amulet existed until after we retrieved it. We only know that... Actually, we don't even really know for sure that he is after the amulet. We just know that it has great power, and we've been warned the croc boss ain't exactly the nicest guy around, so to give him something of great power, just in general, seems like a bad idea overall.
I mean, other than what Fayette mentioned about him wanting it for keys for this machine, I mean, why
Then I'm not
are
sure
you
if
wanting
the
it
amulet-
for any reason?
Well,
I'll make up my mind whether I want it or not after I know what the hell it does.
Yeah, right now we're still trying to gather information
Yeah,
because
we
we're
don't really
in
know
the dark.
what it is.
we know
We
very
just don't
little
like
about it.
Crocodile Man.
Unless you, Aliva, have any stories or mythologies regarding it that you can share.
I know much about it. I'm not willing to necessarily share much until I know you better. But I do want it, and eventually I will take it if it comes to that. For now, I'm willing to work with you. And if you really need an in with this croc boss, then perhaps I can be that in. He doesn't know that I'm working with you, and maybe I can be... I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking we have to trust somebody. What about... How does everybody feel about this Fias Shadestone? I mean, the only other option, if we're all to go... I just have a very bad feeling that with the thing rattling, smoking, heating up, and with the boss probably having henchmen around him that have the ability to detect magic, that walking into the inn with it on our person, we'd be found out almost immediately. Now, the only option I can think of is to put some trust in Fias, and maybe have him hang on to it while we visit the boss.
And maybe leave Rummy with him as an eyeballs.
We
Yes.
could do that. And I mean, if Fias betrays us, I'm pretty comfortable killing him.
I could pretty much kill anybody, so.
Can we bury it?
That's what we did, and the thing started smoking and heating. I'm starting to wonder if... And I'm gonna motion Rummy to hand the amulet to me,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna take it in my hand from him and hold it up. And does it continue smoking, or does it stop?
Are you holding on to it?
Rummy gave it
You-
to me.
you have it
I
around your
in my-
hand?
I have it in my hand, yes.
It is not smoking anymore. No. As a matter of fact, as soon as Rummy hands it to you, and you begin to hold the chain that it's connected to it, you can notice that it almost immediately stops smoking.
That's fucking weird.
So maybe it wants to be in someone's possession. And so long as it's in someone's
not still
possession,
hot, is
it's
it?
chilling out.
It doesn't feel hot anymore to my touch, no.
I just
Do you know if
wasn't
it responds
entirely
only
sure
if
if you
it's
felt
sentient?
hot and cold.
Oh.
Yes, I can detect that.
You learn something every day.
Yeah.
Do you know if it responds only to higher intelligent life, or can we put it on an animal?
I
Well,
don't think-
it seemed to
We
not
don't have
work
that
with the
information.
construct. I don't.
At Bitters, before she died, rest in peace, I don't think she ever touched it.
No, we never did try it with bitters. but it definitely does not seem to respond to my homunculus. And I mean, where can we find an animal? Put it in a cage?
I could resummon bitters.
Yes. Yeah, we could take some time to resummon bitters.
And we could, have her wear it or something. And she could be around us, but not with us necessarily.
Or swallow it.
How long is this find familiar
I'm okay with that pooping it out.
Find familiar, I think, is 1 hour. Should we sort of get back into the boathouse here, maybe, and be not quite out in the open as much?
Yeah. Because we can always do a quick rest, and I can resummon her.
Yeah, we can sit and do an hour rest while Brandy gets her. I mean, we want.
Yeah, I miss her as well. So.
Yeah, poor
Yeah,
Bitters.
all right.
Fucking took one for the team.
She's gonna be a little traumatized, honestly.
She's gonna instantly fly away anytime she sees like a large green creature.
Oh my god!
It's awesome. Do you guys want to move into the boathouse, or are you going back into the house with Five?
I think for now, I would suggest we go into the boathouse. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I would vote that.
Agreed.
All right.
Privacy.
I'd be all right with going into the inn and sitting down, but it doesn't really matter to me.
We got the amulet right here. I got the amulet in my hand. I don't trust the inn. That we were told he has Crocboss has spies everywhere. If we even enter the inn with this amulet, he's gonna know about it.
I mean, unless you wanted to scout out the inn. Now, is the Crocboss at the inn or just Bricks?
I don't think the Crocboss ever leaves.
He doesn't seem to, although we don't know.
He's like at a spot below the inn.
According to Pius, he's currently hosting the gathering that's going on in his lair beneath the inn, so
oh, okay, that's
I
right.
would assume he's in there.
I always think there's like a secondary location that he's at. I just, too much wine.
Yeah.
Perfect. And at about this time is when Enola kind of fades away back into her dream catcher at Griff's side.
Okay.
Bye, Griffin's girlfriend.
I continue to kind of stare definitely at Rummy, but then looking at D1, I'm like, question for you. Yes. While he was down below the water, did you happen to come across any strange items?
So, first of all, the mer creatures down there, not good news. There was a large pile of gathered items. Nothing that was really too distinguishable in it. It looked like a pile that they had salvaged from ships and piled into a cave.
By any chance, did you see? Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, at one point he did find a little bit of gold, a cloak, and a journal, which unfortunately he lost.
Did you happen to see an abacus?
I do not recall.
A whaticus?
An abacus.
Yeah, what's that?
It's like the little, if you imagine like the old-timey method of counting things. I don't know how you describe it.
Oh, the things got dowels and little...
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay. I didn't know that's what those were.
No, I definitely do not recall seeing such an item at all. But, as I can say, there is an underwater fortress down there of sorts, deep down, much deeper than what I got down to with Rummy's vision, but they definitely have an established kingdom of sorts under that ocean somewhere.
The more I learn about this place, the more I want to just kind of raise it, but that's an issue for another time.
It's a thing. When we first entered this, it seemed like a quaint little innocent town. But yes, you are correct. The longer we spend here, the more this place doesn't seem as innocent.
While we figure out what to do with the amulet, I can always pretend to be separate from your group. I could always deal with the croc myself. and see what he has to say.
That could be an option. Unfortunately, the four of us have to go see him at some point. Bricks, you haven't met Bricks yet. He's an associate of the Croc Boss who we traveled with for some time. He did, according to what he told us, was sent by the Croc Boss to find us when we were searching for Trebre, and followed us out. So the Croc Boss is aware that we've encountered Trebre. The Croc Boss is aware that Trebre's dead, and he is expecting a meeting with us. Now, if we don't show, he's going to get suspicious, and who knows what he'll do.
Probably just send some goons to collect us.
That would be very likely.
That's what I would do.
So we're going to have to at least go and meet him at some point here. Sooner better than later.
How long can you hold the amulet before it starts to influence you unduly?
I think you're good for a few hours. That's just a guess, though. We haven't experimented much. It's been a very short amount of time.
Yeah,
Well, why
that's
don't
true.
you hand it to me and you guys go off to your meeting?
You're not gonna come with us? You're just gonna take it?
We
No,
could,
I don't know
yeah,
about
I mean,
that.
that's an option. I strongly would feel much more comfortable having you
Yeah,
with at the meeting with us.
I mean, you did just say you wanted it and you were gonna
mean-
take it from us. We're not just gonna hand it to you right now.
No,
don't
only
even
that,
want it
but
yourself.
We don't know nothing.
with us evidently working on trust amongst each other, for you to truly know what kind of a deal we made with the boss, for you to truly believe what we say the boss said, for you to truly... we can come back with a story, but are you going to believe our story? If you're there, you can witness it yourself. There will be no guesswork. There will be no issues of trust. You can bear witness as we bear witness.
I'll be straightforward with you because I do not lie, because it's a waste of my time. I have goals of my own. I don't much care about whether this Croc Boss, what he does, whether he lives or dies at this point. Perhaps I will become invested in this quest of yours later. Right now, I do not much care, and the only reason why I'm not willing to fight for that amulet right now is because there are other things I'm interested in here at this time, and I'm not sure I could win that fight, and I suppose I don't quite dislike you yet. So,
Well,
I'll go with you to this Croc Boss,
glad
but
to hear.
I don't promise to care.
We're deciding if we care to. I'm just going by the words that this Fyeth fella told us. I mean, if this reclaiming is going to destroy everything, not just this town, how far is it going to reach? What kind of stakes are we looking at here?
Think of all the wineries. There's gotta be a lot locally.
As much as I agree, I don't give a fuck about this 2-bit town. It could affect. it could affect everywhere. We need to find out how far the reach of this reclaiming will be, and who and where it will affect.
I suppose that's true.
I do agree. If this reclaiming only destroyed this shit town, then let it burn. But I have a bad feeling that it's gonna be much farther reaching than that.
Well, then I'm gonna start summoning back bitters.
All right, Randy. Sounds good. Are we all taking a moment here to kind of stretch your legs out?
I think this will be a good time for. We have an hour,
Yeah.
so we could all take a short rest for this hour.
Yeah, that sounds good
Yeah.
to me. If you all would like to take a short rest, let's go ahead and do that.
Hopefully this town meeting is still going on.
Yeah.
We've got napping.
I think you're
today.
okay for now. Yeah.
So everybody can
So-
hit their. Everybody's short rest
Yeah,
button
thank you,
should be
Jordan.
set up, so you should just have to click your short rest
Perfect.
button.
Sure.
And then it'll give you an option to roll hit dice. If you're down on hit points, you can roll some. If not, you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that.
Yeah, nice. You can choose. as many of them as you have available as possible. You get half of them back during your next long rest.
Yeah.
So whatever
Something
you
just-
Everybody should have 6 dice. You get 3 back on our next long rest.
Yep.
So it's the
Nice.
dice plus con mod, right?
That's right. So you
Each
add your
dice
con mod
plus
to each
con
one.
mod.
Yep.
I feel like nothing really happened when I hit short rest. Am I doing something?
You might not have any abilities that come back on a short rest.
Okay.
Just her. Never mind.
Yeah, channel divinity, lay on hands. Actually, you still have full charges of all your stuff.
I
Spell
only have
slots
one-
don't come
yeah,
back
I
on
only-
a short rest.
Okay, and I only have one small spell slot, right?
Yeah,
Lower?
yeah.
Okay.
And your Requiem's Lament, or whatever you pronounce that, is a long rest.
Requiem's Lament. Yeah.
Okay.
Lament.
Lament.
And then,
Like a song.
yeah, your spell
The
slots
Lament configuration.
unfortunately are a long rest for your spell slots, yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Perfect.
So the only
Alright.
actual thing that you have an option for here is, oh, you're only down 2 hit points. You could roll 1 hit dice to get your 2 hit points back if you wanted.
And then I roll 1. So
For you, it's a D10. A D10 plus your con modifier, which is 3, so you're gonna.
Hey, nice.
So that would be 11 back, but you're only missing 2, so that definitely tops you off.
okay.
Perfect. All right.
You're back to 49.
Nice, Ronan. All right, perfect. Let me look at D1. Would you mind looking at Griff's sheet for me? I could do
see
it
if
myself,
he-
but
yeah.
see if he needs
got
any
you.
as well, and we'll go ahead and roll him as well if he needs any.
Pretty sure.
Oh,
I'm the
he
only
definitely
one who
needs
took
some.
damage.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty low.
Griff is going to roll.
Yeah, go ahead and do it if you don't mind. Let you do it for him.
He's going to roll 3d6.
Okay. Sounds good, like a good number. Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Fighters only get a d6.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure, no, sorry. Yeah, he should have got.
Is it D6?
He should've
I
got
thought it was a
D10. He should
D6.
have got 3 d10s. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Sorry.
I was gonna say I use 8s.
I just looked.
so-
I didn't even look at it. You're right.
Ah.
For sure, it's d10s. Here, I'll let me reroll that.
Okay, yeah, my bad. I don't know why I thought it was 6s. I just normally just roll with it. Haha. Jesus. It's
There
much
you go.
better.
Much better. So that's 17. Let me look at his.
Plus his con to each one.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I hate this new configuration.
I
Except
know
for the
it's
sidebar is such a
yeah, it's a little different.
pain.
So
This one is 2.
with this short rest, you begin to kind of feel the after effects of the potion, rather, that was kind of given to you all as a way of communicating with amongst yourselves without physically speaking out loud, so that any nearby eavesdroppers couldn't listen in to your conversation. As such, it has now ended. That effect is now ended. And I would like if everybody would please roll a Constitution check for me,
Ruh-roh.
just to see how the effects afterwards.
Actually,
What's up?
Griffin's gonna roll 1 more d10 first.
Sure. Yeah, go for it, man.
Is this a save constitution? It's not, right?
Just a regular
Left.
regular con check. Yeah, I'm sorry. I might have been
Okay,
confusing.
so
there.
another 9, another 11.
Yeah.
I just clicked the wrong button. That's all.
That's okay. That's no problem. This is just for fun. This isn't really
This is a con
Definitely.
save.
just a con check.
That's what I just-
Yeah, this is to see if you have a hangover.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like, is it the button on the left or is the button slightly to the left?
Oh wow, look at this. Okay. Wow, Leva rocks it with a 21. Are we missing anyone? We missing Griff? I think we're missing just Griff.
yes.
We all just
You had mine.
violently threw up the buttons.
Just imagine Lily like spitting on the ground and breaking like a fire. Like a,
Oh,
You get rolled
my
a
God.
6.
oh my god.
that's awesome. So the only one that feels normal is Aliva. As you kind of look around
What a
you,
bitch.
all of your companions kind of like for a moment, you can see like they begin to kind of dry heave just a bit. take a couple of breaths. Brandy's skin is kind of like a pale blue, but then it shifts back kind of like to like a regular kind of flesh tone color. Then you look over at D1. D1 is green for a moment. You swear, it's like as green as the moss outside, just for a moment, and then kind of like his color regains.
The green glow.
It's a green glow. It's very weird. And then you kind of like gather your wits about you. You all just have a little bit of an upset stomach, but it's not too bad. It could be a lot worse. This was mostly just to see if I could get a natural one from you. All right, perfect. You notice outside it's about 2 p.m. The rain's still coming down. The thunderstorm seems to have mostly moved on. You don't hear any really loud claps of thunder anymore. It seems like the majority of the storm has kind of moved on, but the rain seems to be slowing just a bit.
Okay.
Looking at everyone dry heaving, kind of looking at Rummy with that box, contemplating, kind of making a maybe not face, rolling my eyes.
All I'm gonna leave it and say, we'll figure out what to do with this amulet soon enough. We will come to a compromise with the amulet once we've gathered some information. Is Bitters back?
Bitters is slowly and surely in front of your eyes as you begin to kind of discuss the plan here. You look to your right, and Brandy, with all of your focus, you see. Oh wow, that's not right. I had a little.
Bring me in, ugly Bitters.
I had a little angel wings on him. You see your companion as he kind of spawns in front of you from an opening and tear, if you will, in the fabric of existence before he flies through it.
Nice.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right away, Rummy's gonna fly over beside Bitters. He's flying in circles around him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Buddies are back together.
That's right. Rummy's excited to see. He's there like...
Same, Rummy. Same.
Yeah. I feel, I died too. But he can't talk, but he's...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably like gesturing wildly. And Bitters is just kind of looking, probably.
That is fantastic. Since you're all kind of in the room here, before we move on, I'd like to just kind of like have you all just roll a general perception check for me, if you don't mind. Just all of you, including Bitters and Rummy. If you wanna, when you're all done rolling, and then just roll for them too.
Oof.
Perception.
Yeah. Wow, look at these rolls. 21?
That one's for
Nice.
D1, and here's one for Rummy.
Oh, that was so
My
close.
first one.
Dirty 20. Oh my god, all these freaking...
That one was for Bitters got the 20. I got the 11.
I noticed nothing.
Nice.
I'm actually asleep.
Also
As
one
per
for...
usual.
Yeah.
Oh, one for Griff, yes.
Yeah, one for Griff. Thanks, man.
So obsessed with the amulet, I can't focus on anything else.
I know, it's true. You're just like, oh, right, 15.
So Griff rolls
Perfect.
15.
Yeah, so, you all kind of look around, just kind of like get a good glimpse of what you have in front of you here. It looks like now that Hedrick is seemingly dead, from what you understand, it seems as though the owners of these boats, who knows who they could be. And you see before you 3 rafts. They're of different make, different design. One seems a little bit more sturdy than the others. And you see also barrels, crates. You get the kind of distinct feeling that there's bait somewhere in here. There's like a fishy smell somewhere. But also a pile of wood. It's kind of like out of place, neatly placed, stacked in the kind of corner of the shack here, with like a broom thrown over top of it, and a barrel and a chair and stuff. None of you really seem to notice anything out of the ordinary, except for Ronan. Ronan, tell me a specific spot or two in the shack here you'd like to get a better look at.
Let's say these barrels over here in the corner.
Okay. You got it.
And let's go these bags.
The bags? All right. So, what you notice is nothing in the bags. They are mostly just old cloth from something. There's some stains on the bottom of the kind of the sack here. Probably some kind of leaky food from a barrel or something. It's hard to say. You also see, yeah, it's pretty nasty. It's been here for quite a while too. You can see. You look up over in the other corner over here, in the direction of kind of the barrels, and you see there's normal things here. There's a little book that seems to be kind of on the top of the barrel. As you kind of notice, it has some writing in there. There seems to be receipts of payment. There's a couple of names here. There's a Clementine, something weird written. That's a weird, odd last name. Let me give me 1 second. Ta-da.
Is it like the ledger for the boathouse here?
It is.
Okay.
It seems to be Clementine Eanor, spelled Eaunoire, if that matters to you. There's also a little bit here, Ronan, in the book here, a little blurb about restacking the pile neatly as to not arouse suspicion. And that's all it says.
I will go over to those planks that look unneatly stacked and start rummaging through it, I guess.
You got it. Let me... You want to just kind of unstack some of the pieces of wood here? Which, just okay. Is anyone gonna help him? You gotta just do it yourself? Just gotta pull him around, or let you do your thing?
I'll let everybody know that the book mentions not raising suspicion around these planks.
You begin to move the planks, Ronan, one by one, kind of away from the corner of the wall. And so far, you don't see much of anything at all. Then after a while, Ronan, it appears as if there is a hole in the corner of the shack here with a ladder leading down into it.
Hey, cool. Found a hole. Didn't fall in it this time.
All right.
Thinking of Silent Hill, will you go down?
I'll look down. Do I see anything?
It is pitch black.
Yeah.
You do hear, and I'll let the perception carry over. You do hear drips from something. There's like a slow, steady drip.
Anybody feeling adventurous?
I mean, we've climbed down into holes before. Didn't necessarily go so well, but
Yeah, that's why I want somebody to go down there before me.
I gotta look at Brandy and say, should we send the children down first?
We always do, don't we?
You can just hold her by the ankles and hold her upside down and let her look that way.
We could do that with Brandy too. That's true.
Me? Oh no,
I'm pretty
no.
sure she'd stab me if I tried.
I am not that brave.
I gotta get Rummy to do a let's go
I do
motion with
hard
his
labor.
hand to bitters,
All right.
Mm-hmm.
and then he zip down the hole.
Are they both going?
Yeah, Bitter's just gonna look at me like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I just died.
I just, but you know,
Oh,
Bitter's just go along with it.
Take
Give me
two for
one
the team.
second. This is awesome. Oh. All right. One second here. Okay. As you begin to Bitters rather and Rummy, after a kind of a dirty look from Bitters, they both kind of make their way down the hole here into a cavern. From what you can tell here, it's. You might have to zoom out and back in.
Yeah, I see it down here.
Why does Rummy have little light again? God damn it.
Yeah, it's like I just
Sorry,
see like
man.
a little circle.
Yeah,
that's apart
my
from
bad.
it off, yeah.
Here. This and what's your 60 feet, isn't it? 60.
Dark vision, I think, is 60 feet. Yeah.
There you go. Sorry about that, man.
Yeah, no problem.
There you go. As soon as you kind of come down here, Rummy, and Bitter, you notice you're in kind of a subterranean lair here. There's just water everywhere. You can see there's kind of a pile of kind of broken glass, and it looks like seemingly liquor bottles, maybe booze down here. There's also a chest and some bags. There's also a torch that is obviously unlit, but it's laying right here on the ground as if somebody, put it here before climbing back up the ladder.
This looks mysteriously like the tunneling underneath Strawberry's home.
I imagine most of the buildings in this place have similar shit.
Yeah. D1's gonna report to the group. Yeah, it's another underwater cave system. Looks like water. There's a chest and some old booze bottles down there. We could go check out the chest and see what's in there. But besides that, that's a whole other adventure down there.
It is. Rummy, roll a. Do you guys want to? You can take a second here and look around if you'd like to. You have free reign here. You can move around the map.
I'll
As a matter
pop
of fact,
on the ladder.
yeah, go ahead and pop down. Let me. I'm sorry I didn't do this before. Let me remove the grid because there's no reason to have that on right now. There.
Yep.
Let me grab you guys and pop. Who wants to come down?
I will admit, so far I'm still only seeing a black screen, so I'm trying to get things.
Yep. So the only people that can actually see right now are
Oh.
Bitters and Rami because they're the
Oh, my bad.
their
Okay.
characters. But if you guys want to come down one by one,
Aliva has dark vision.
yeah.
But
Are you coming down the ladder, Aliva?
If Rummy's down there with that amulet, then yes, I am.
actually, no. D1 currently has the amulet.
All right.
Oh, wait,
Aliva.
yeah, right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about that. So no, I'm sticking by D1 then.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Aliva,
I'll
you
go down with them.
Is anyone else?
No, I've got stuff to do. I've got to rest against this crate over here.
All right. And I said Ronan was too, correct?
Yep.
All
Yeah,
right,
but
perfect.
I'm looking through with Bitters, and I would shout
Yeah.
out, look over to the west when you guys get down there. She found a boat.
Yeah. Before I head down, I'll say, have Bitters like squawk anxiously if you see anybody
Yeah.
approaching the boathouse.
Sure.
Yeah, that was my plan.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is a large room, guys. You can see the ceilings in here, except for where you crawl down, seemingly. The floor is pretty far in some areas here from the ceiling. There's a large cave-in right here, from what you can tell, that kind of looks like it loops around, from what you can tell, through the area here. You can tread through the water. The water is only ankle deep in most areas. It gets to be about waist deep here, but that's the deepest that it gets.
All right, I'll turn to
Yeah,
Aliva
feel
and
free.
say, when you went down to take a look under Trebray's house, this is, I mean, it's a little different, but it's a very similar kind of deal that was under Trebray's house. This whole town seems to have an underwater cave system beneath it.
Which means those trappers may be down here as well.
Yeah, we don't know if this is somehow connected to the tunnels, the cave system underneath Trebray's house, if it's all one giant system. We did traverse quite a bit of it through trying to find Trebre underneath his home there, and we never ended up here, so I don't know if they're connected or separate, but this town.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, I'm gonna kick this box open.
Sure. It's actually locked, Ronan.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm so sorry. Of course it is,
Holler up to
right?
Brandy. Hey, we got a lockbox.
Yeah, this is a
Shit.
nice chest too, from what you can tell. It has kind of a black cured leather over the top of it here, Ronan, as well as some very, very nicely hammered out metal straps that kind of go over the top and reach all the way around to where the hinges are. It's very, very secure box.
D1 will come over. And pull
Brady will
his-
come down to check out a secure box.
Yeah, well, I'll say D1 will attempt first. If I fail, we can bring
Oh,
Brandy down. I do have some thieves' tools on me. and
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and attempt, go ahead and roll a thief's
Oh, yeah.
roll a check with your thieves tools there. It's a pretty sound lock here.
Ooh,
You can tell 11. So you got to put the picks in. Is this Rummy that's doing this?
No, D1.
Oh, this is G1. Okay. I have to ask because your homunculus can do
Yeah.
everything.
He doesn't have proficiency with thieves' tools, so D1
Okay,
does,
okay.
yeah.
Perfect. So you kind of put your hand in, your fingers in, and your hands are just, in a nice way of saying it, are kind of too big.
My Ninja Turtle hands.
Your Ninja Turtle hands, yeah, they're too big. The finesse here that's required is a little bit more than what you can deliver, unfortunately, D1. And there is no response to the as the tumblers kind of seem out of place to you, confusingly.
All right, I'll yell up, Brandy. I did my best, but we might need some more nimble hands for this one.
All right. Well, I do have one job. I guess I could do it.
As she comes down, I'm going
Yeah.
to send Rummy back up.
Nice. All right, let me. All right. Let me. Okay, Rummy is back up top,
Yeah, he's going to be keeping an
eye on things.
making sure
You got it. Yeah, and no check required for the moment. Rummy looks around in the boathouse here, and everything seems normal. The rain is kind of steadily slowing more.
And as they're checking out the chest, I'm gonna venture a little bit north and start
Sure.
kind of peeking into things.
Yeah, please feel free. The area in here is, like I said, it's ankle deep mostly. There's some spots where it kind of gets up a little bit to the waist, but it doesn't seem to be anything deeper than that in the area here. Brandy, roll a thieves' tools check for me, please.
Okay.
Let's see what you got. Dirty 20. A dirty 20 with an
There you go.
11
the plus 9's a little nicer than
God,
the,
it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Brandy, and that is actually the DC for this lock.
Oh, how
So,
funny.
Congratulations. That was excellently done. Brandy, you get a kind of a nice motion going here with your left hand kind of finding the tumblers, and then your right kind of just knocking them down one by one. This is like second nature to you at this point. I mean, at this point, Brandy, like, how are we gonna test your lock picking prowess in the world? Because you're just so
This
good.
is what I do.
Yeah, you look to your right, kind of just with a little grin, and pops open.
Yeah.
You hear the latch as the lid kind of releases. All right, you want to open the chest up and look inside.
Yeah, let's see what we've
There
got. in here.
are a couple of bags actually. There's a kind of a large bag. It seems to be full of maybe clothes or armor or something. There's like bulgy spots, and then there's another bag next to it that's a little bit smaller. It's a red bag. It has kind of a silk cord wrapped around the top of it, and that is also kind of squishy to the touch, almost like maybe some kind of a clothing maybe. And then next to
Okay.
that, there is a backpack, and the backpack is pretty full from what you can tell. And you look inside, Brandy, there are 3 greater potions of healing inside.
Oh, nice.
And there's also a potion that seems almost silver to you, but it's hard to tell what it could possibly be. So an unknown potion.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think I would pocket the potions because I'm
Yeah.
a designated healer in the group.
Yeah, for sure. That 3 potions of greater healing.
Okay.
Which you should already have on your sheet. You can just probably add the number. Let me look at your sheet.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
These are actually quite rare in
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah,
Which
so potion.
makes you wonder because they're down here in this crazy place, obviously stashed here by somebody.
Okay, so you had 1, so now you can change that to a 4.
There you go.
Now I got 4.
Yeah, and Brandy, just for the sake of it, roll me a history check. You have a lot of experience with potions. Let's see if you might be able to tell what that other potion is. Just for fun. All right, you can tell pretty easily, Brandy, at face value, this is a potion of greater invisibility.
Ooh, wow.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Perfect for Brandy.
I might have to fight somebody for that.
Well, it ain't gonna
Yeah.
be me.
It's pretty extravagant. It's in a
Oh, that could come in handy for us.
yeah,
I would share it.
Yeah. There is a little vial at the bottom as well. It's a little, it's much smaller than the potion. You kind of would have missed it if you wouldn't have rolled so high. But the vial itself is blue by nature, and it's pretty thick. It has a little tag around it with a symbol of water on it, Brandy. And you know this to be a potion of
Oh,
water
like
breathing.
water breathing?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. In the bag.
Well, good to hold on to that too.
Yeah. In the bag there is a pair of studded leather armor, as well as a pair of really nice leather gloves as well. And in the other bag, it seems as though they are just really nice clothing pieces. Maybe something that someone would wear to a really nice event. Some of the pieces here, there's probably 2 full outfits. There's like a really nice red vest. It's kind of silky. Totally not what any of you would wear in your normal everyday life, but you can imagine this is probably, you know, a garment of some stature in some circles, perhaps, you know, maybe it
Sure.
would be smiled upon or something.
It's somebody hoity-toity.
Yeah, exactly.
Jacket.
That's right. There's some like slippers in here with really pointy toes, like kind of uppity, very uppity, ritzy kind of looking. There's the other ensemble has like a nice outer jacket, like a coat. It's kind of a white cloth with deep red stitching, kind of all the way down the sides of it. It looks quite nice. But if you'd like to make it easy, just to add to your inventory, 2 exquisite outfits.
Okay.
Make it easy for you. And of course, aside from that, there are broken, as you can see on the map here, there are broken bottles here. It's probably whiskey, maybe some booze. The red one there, Brandy, as soon as you pop the cork, you kind of notice right away that is probably something that will give you absolute heartburn in the morning if you drink that. It's like a sugary, sweet alcohol, like if you could cinnamon almost. It's like Aftershock or Fireball or something.
I mean, I would give it a quick taste just to make sure it was still good.
Sure, Brandy. Roll a.
I'll do a quick shot.
Yeah, I love this. Roll a con save. Just for fun. We all know what happens when we say just for fun. Oh,
Yeah.
She gets natty 20s on her just for fun.
I know, dude. Jesus.
I think it's
so
just me.
random.
I think it's just me that rolls natty 1s on the just for funs.
It's true. Brandy, not only does it taste amazing to you,
Tastes amazing.
it tastes amazing to you. There's
It's
an
so
after
good, you
flavor.
guys.
It's so good that roll a 1d4 and add that as temporary hit points.
Oh, nice.
Feels invincible.
Nice. Add 3 temporary hit points to your sheet.
That's good.
Okay. Oh, that one that you had would be gone. So
Would be gone,
that's-
yeah. Just replace it with
Right? Yeah. Sounds good.
All right, awesome. So as it stands here, Aliva, as you kind of wander across the top part of the caverns here, there doesn't seem to be anything at all of suspicion in the upper corridor of the cavern here.
Maybe like a little perception check.
Yes, absolutely, you can. Would you like to look at the upper part or the kind of the east wing or down here where Bitters is?
I think more east then, because I think as I would be walking toward that area.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, roll a perception check for me. Do it with advantage as well, because you have a really nice. Actually, no, just a good old regular one. Actually.
Okay. Oh, why is this so slow? Stupid. Legolas, what do your elven eyes see?
It's all right.
Go. Perception. I swear I'm not slow on purpose.
Perception. 14. Yeah, you kind of wade through the waters here, Leva. The water here is salt water. You can tell pretty quickly as it kind of you can taste it almost in the air. As you kind of dip your finger down and you can tell. As such, there are mineral deposits kind of all over the place here, stalactites and stalagmites. There are like big chunks of salt kind of, as you can see, like collected in the lower areas and parts of the bottom part of the cave here. As well as different parts of rock from cave-ins that seem to have happened from above you. As you kind of look above you, you notice there is like a tree root sticking out from above you, and you can see kind of like which seems to be a little bit of a sinkhole possibly starting to form, which it looks like it could collapse anytime from now to 1,000 years from now. It's hard to say.
Is it above us?
It's kind of above where you're at, kind of like right around here. And it's just kind of it doesn't seem like it would give way or anything. It's just something that you notice as you walk under it. The whole cavern here seems old to you. And not only that, Aliva, but you would think that a cavern like this would have a stagnant air about it. This one does not. Seems
anything
very
worth an
puzzling.
investigation?
It would be worth an investigation. Absolutely. As long as you tell me where and what.
Probably the sinkhole, to be honest, and the tree root by it.
Yeah, you got it.
See if I can where I'd be in relation to where we're actually standing at this point.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I'll tell you what. No investigation check required for that. I would say, do you remember where you kicked the troll hand into the water?
Yes.
That is where the sinkhole would be relative to where you're standing. Yeah.
Oh, that'd make me wary. Then depending on how murky that water was, I might start investigating that water a little bit more closely.
Yeah, for sure. It's salt water. It's briny. It tastes like it's just seawater from where you're at. There must be. The only thing you can think of is there must be some kind of an inlet or something somewhere, possibly underneath the water surface that you can't see, somewhere that's letting in the water as well as air. That's something else that you find interesting is that the air down here doesn't seem stagnant to you like it should be.
Is the water clean enough that I could dunk under and actually look?
It is.
In the water with me?
Yeah, it's really clean. Actually, you can see all the way to the bottom, Aliva. You have dark vision.
Yeah.
So everything to you is in dark grays and stuff. There isn't a light source. You can absolutely light a torch or something if you'd like. There is one laying down by the stairs there if you'd like to utilize it. It's up to you. Or you can use your natural vision, whatever you'd like to do. It'd be hard to have the torch underneath the water, but, you know.
Yeah, I would say I think I'd probably just then forgo the torch for that exact reason. So
yeah, for
literally dunking my head and just
oh, yes.
Finding Nemo it.
I love this. Yeah. Okay. You dunk your head, Aliva. I would say roll another check. Roll another perception check for me. Do this one with disadvantage, only because, like I said, you have dark vision, yes, but man, it's so hard to reflect any light at all in here. It's very dark. Without any like poor Brandy.
Your fucking eye.
Yeah, like poor Brandy. I shouldn't even technically let her do that without a light source, but whatever.
Well, my armor
that's
emits blue light. Yeah.
That's right. I keep forgetting about that. 24.
24 with
excellent.
disadvantage. Nice.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
really good.
Man, Aliva.
I really like being
notice-
underwater. Listen.
It's great. Over here, Aliva, by the edge of the cavern, there is a little area, probably 3 feet tall from the ground to this top. But you can tell when you look underneath, it opens up down into like another section of cave, and it seems to open up out into the ocean. It's right here.
How eerie. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd probably honestly go over to investigate that a little bit more after
Sure.
sending kind of a little bit of a hoity-toity look toward the others.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Absolutely.
I don't know if they would have
Did
anything to
she
say.
share with us that it looks like it goes to the ocean, or is she just investigating?
Investigating first, and then
Yeah.
depending
You
on
can,
what I see.
Relay the information if you'd like to. The only if you want to swim down in it, you can. It'll just be a little a couple of things that we'll have to do first.
No, I'm definitely not
if you'd
swimming
like
down
to.
that thing. But I would
Perfect.
get back to the others, like, because Rummy's upstairs now, right? Since Brandy came down.
Yes, Rummy's up with Griffin. Rummy and Griffin are hanging up upstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, I would yell back, like, you, one of you, send your construct things down here. There's a hole leading to the ocean.
That's awesome.
Ooh, it goes out into the ocean.
I want to know what's down here.
Now, there's merfolk out there. Not the nice kind. These are malicious little motherfuckers, these guys.
Well, I don't want a full exploration. I want to know what this
Yeah.
hole leads to. And then whether we should leave this area promptly.
Brandy, do you want to send Bitters? I could bring Rummy down, but Bitters could probably handle this one.
Yeah.
Does he have to swim underwater? I don't know how good Bitters won't be able to swim.
Yeah, it's underneath the water, probably 3 feet underneath
Probably
the
not.
surface of the water.
Oh,
It's-
all right, I will.
Oh, the owl under.
Yeah, it'd be
I
hard.
I don't know if that
for,
owl wants to do that.
Just kick
yeah,
it like
it'd
a
be hard
football.
for bitters.
Be a heron or
Rummy's
something, but
gonna look at Griffin and do point at his eyes and then point out towards the door and then come back downstairs.
Nice. Griffin just like shakes his head in acknowledgement as he shovels another rotten peach into his mouth.
Nice.
yeah, he's
Usually
just
rotten.
vibing probably. He prefers them that way.
He
Well,
does.
I guess that at that point they're fermenting, right?
They are fermenting. It's true. He's a tiefling,
Yeah.
so you know.
He likes his peaches a little on the squishy side.
Where did that even come from? Do we know?
Oh man.
The ship
Every time
that we
Aliva
started
learns
on.
more about this group, she just shakes her head.
I know. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. All right. So what is the plan? You have a couple of things you can do here. Bitters actually saw, not to interrupt or anything, but Bitters did a little investigation of her own, and she found a boat. I don't know if you guys remember hearing Brandy, but she found a boat over here in this direction. But you guys have a lot of
She
options
did
here.
find a boat.
Yeah.
She'll show you the path to get to the boat.
Yeah, you can do whatever you'd like, all of you, or we
We'll
can do
follow
individual.
bitters along this path to the boat.
You're gonna follow Bitters, all right? And Aliva, you're over kind of on the edge over here.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
want
gonna
to?
send Rummy over with Aliva?
Oh, okay, nice. So we're just establishing. Whoops, sorry. Oh, I put Rummy on the wrong layer. I'm sorry. Bam, there he is.
Okay, so he's gonna be over here.
Perfect.
He's gonna fly up to her and give her like a big metal toothy shark smile.
I just look at him and say, explore briefly, don't take chances.
Rummy's gonna nod and dive down.
Rummy's gonna dive down. All
So
right.
ominous.
All right.
Instant murder death. 2.
Rummy. As soon as you break the surface of the water, Rummy, you hear the falling rocks kind of in a nearby cavern. You kind of make your way just under the surface, And you see the opening in front of you. It's about 3 feet underneath the surface of the water, and it's kind of angled down, kind of in a weird, weathered way. You can tell this is some kind of a water tube or something, maybe an old lava tube, ancient lava tube that's now full of water. It reaches down just underneath kind of this upper lip here, so that no one could fall into it. You'd have to kind of, like willingly make your way into this cavity here, but you do, and you notice as soon as you get into the cavity, Rummy, you notice it's a pretty tight squeeze. You notice probably all of your party could fit through it if you wanted to, but there is some really, really tight claustrophobic areas here. It's probably maybe a good 70 or 80 feet until Rummy reaches the very end of this very thin, squished down passage of cave here. And before you know it, Rummy, you are out in the open ocean. You look around you and you see kind of the ocean floor. There's some plant life. There doesn't seem to be any wreckage or anything from where you're at here. You also don't see any signs of these merfolk that you encountered before. There doesn't seem to be any villages, cities. There's no constructs of any kind here. Just sand, a little bit of coral on the ocean floor, and just wide open seas in front of you as far as you can see.
Okay, Rummy's gonna quickly see that and turn around and skedaddle as quickly as possible back up to Oliva.
Yeah, you got it, Rummy.
And then D1's gonna make his way over to Oliva.
Perfect.
And basically just tell her what Rummy saw. This definitely goes out to the ocean. Does it appear as if that canal, that little opening that Rummy went through, would be big enough for one of those mer creatures to fit?
It would be a tight fit. Probably, I want to say they probably could. It would take some time to negotiate because it's so tight, but also probably it would be one at a time. Like you couldn't have a group going through it. It's literally only open enough for maybe one line of people to go through.
All right, I'm going to say to Oliva, that definitely goes out to the ocean. I'm not sure if those mer creatures could actually get into the boathouse this way, but it could be a problem if they attempted to.
And Oliva nods and just says, I just wanted to make sure we weren't going to be, attacked from behind while we're in here, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, that's a good precaution for sure. I wonder if we should try to block the entrance somehow, just in case.
Is there rubble of some kind in here?
Oh, everywhere. Yeah, you have collapsed rock from the ceiling in different spots. Especially like here, there's a bunch of rock here, little rocks. There's some larger rocks here. Good question, Oliva.
Yeah. Should we try? You think that would be enough to? We'd have to cram them pretty tight and put a lot of weight there in order to fully feel confident that we're stopping them. But
if nothing else, we'll be able to tell if somebody has tried to move it, more than likely. Because there's not much of a current in here. And we can do this while the others are exploring to the west.
That's a good point. Okay, yeah, I'm down for
All
that
right.
plan.
That's perfect. Is that the three of you want to, D1, Rummy, and Oliva, you going to kind of like stuff rocks and such down in there to kind of
block
Dam
any entrance for merfolk to enter this part of the cavern, yeah.
That's
we're
excellent.
going to Bob the Builder this area.
Yeah, you got it.
Nice.
I love that. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to move some rocks here for you just so we can kind of get the ball This is a fantastic idea. And for the sake of it,
splash.
yeah, if you could both roll me either a strength check or an athletics check, your choice.
I think I'm so weak.
And do it with advantage, both of you. You can both roll and both with advantage because you're helping each other. I'm gonna do something here.
Athletics.
You could also
We'll
guide
go
yourselves.
athletics.
You could.
15. Oh,
Really good.
Yeah, I don't have my guidance on. Which I should.
Oh,
I
you
was
should.
just in
Yeah, you
battle.
should definitely do.
Here,
Yeah.
we'll add a D4 to that.
Sure. Wow, 19. Nice. Oliva. Oh,
we both
19,
we
yeah.
both hit 19.
You both hit 19. Rummy as well, even though you don't really need Rummy's more for fun.
Yeah.
So it's not really necessary. But so the both of you kind of move your way along here pretty quickly, pretty briskly, as you both kind of get the sense of strength and determination. Both of you kind of realizing it from one another as you quickly move rocks and debris over to the area here and successfully patch, or rather clog this entrance up. I mean, you've got little rocks and large rocks shoved in such a way that it would take some serious work on the other side to kind of undo the mess that you've made here. So I would call that a success and well done.
Nice.
You've also managed to, in your little journey here, to reveal the fact that this corridor over here leads over to a much bigger cavern, from what you can tell in your area of the cave here. This area here. Oh, I'm not pinging on the right layer. This area here. It seems like a little bottleneck, if you will, that has not caved in as much as this area here. And if you don't mind, we'll go to Ronan here, Ronan and Bitters. And Brandy, are you there as well? Kind of with Ronan, or are you just kind of hanging out by yourself?
I'm vibing with my alcohol.
Oh, okay. You're over here with Bitters.
Getting her drink on.
Yes.
Oh, did she come with Bitters, or is she sitting by the chest drinking?
I
don't know. Okay.
She's up where she was. Yeah, she's up by the
got
chest,
it.
having a few drinks.
All right,
I'm holding down on the ladder. Okay.
Brandy, it's really dark here, though. Do you want to light a torch?
That's true. Yeah, sure.
It's up to you.
I would light. I got a torch. I would light a little torch. I'd make some mood lighting for myself.
Perfect. There you go. There's a torch for you. And who is in here? Oh, Loki. What's going on, Loki?
I'm spying.
How you doing? We're just playing some D&D.
You're welcome to listen in.
Yeah, you don't have to leave. You can listen in, man. I don't care. So, yeah, you have your torch lit, Brandy.
Yeah.
And so you can see now, right? Like, hopefully you can see the whole room here.
No, I can see.
Okay,
pretty
perfect.
good.
Okay. And Brandy, you are consuming the alcohol that seems to be over here, correct? The red bottle?
It's just little bits of it.
Little bits of it. And I love this. No more need for constitution anything, Brandy. You are feeling fantastic. Sitting here in your moment against the ladder, kind of with an open chest that you so elegantly open without any problems at all. You're able to find the potions and the clothing. We're gonna go ahead and go over to Bitters here.
Yeah.
Ronan and Bitters, you have stumbled upon something quite gruesome. As you kind of make your way up, Ronan, there is 2 skeletons that seem to have been slaughtered in some way, some humanoid creatures here. It's even hard to tell what they were. Clothing is mostly shreds. There isn't much flesh left, just mostly blood and tissue. And footsteps of blood, of seemingly a footprint of a shoe or a boot. Something that is absolutely defined, as you can tell here on the map, hopefully.
Do the kills look fresh, or?
Roll an investigation check for me, Ronan. 22, nicely done.
I rolled tonight.
Hell yeah, really good job, guys. Ronan, you go up to the skeletons here. The one on the left, Ronan, is still warm. The one all the way closest to the water is pretty old. From what you can tell, it's probably been hanging there for weeks, if not months. It's hard to distinguish what even this is. Like I said, it's mostly just bone now. But the one on the left, this guy here, he is still warm to the touch, which you find quite disturbing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm
What
just
the-
gonna crouch down and kind of stealth my way back.
Yeah, you got it. Bitters, you see the same, Brandy, through Bitters.
Yeah.
You see this horrendous sight. These skeletons, just so you know, to give you a better description here, they are an average size, so probably 5'7", 5'8", something like that. They would be. It's hard, like I said, it's hard to say whether they're a human, elf. They're definitely not dwarfs, from what you can tell. They have a human stature, from what you can tell, but that's basically the best, even with a 22, Ronan. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'll get back to this little area that I came in through. Look
Sure.
for Aliva and D1.
Ronan, as you... Sorry about that, I didn't cut you off. As you
Yeah,
pass through, you notice something else interesting right here. Just give you a second to kind of look around here if you'd like. Roll a perception check as you walk by this area. I'm going to move your character just for a second. That is a 19. In front of you, Ronan, is the entrance to another cavern. However, there seems to be some kind of vine, interlacing vine work that is covering the entrance and even any way to view into the other cavern. It's very odd to you. It's almost unnatural, but in a natural way, if that makes any sense. The way that the vines kind of interweave within themselves, but they're only in this particular spot.
It smells like druidcraft to me. Yeah, I'll just go back and find D1 and everybody and be like, hey, there's a warm body over in this direction.
How much are our voices echoing in this place?
They're pretty echoey, Aliva, but from what you can tell, there doesn't seem to be, and you've done it's taken a pretty good amount of time to look around here. There doesn't seem to be anybody or anything within range, but it's hard to say. I see what you're getting at here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Bitter see that rowboat?
Yes.
Which means
Yeah,
Brandy
I was
sees
gonna
it.
go check the rowboat, and then I came across that bloody mess and figured I'll let you guys know that that's there. And
Yeah.
if we want to go check the rowboat as a team,
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I'd also like, Ronan, if you don't mind, I'm sorry I didn't do this before. When you were up here, I'd like you to also roll a, you know what? You rolled a perception check and you rolled high enough. As you look down across the area here, you notice there is a book or something, a journal or something laying right here.
I'll pick that up and leaf through it.
Yeah, it's a waterlogged journal of some sort. You also see, I don't even know, what happens to Rummy when he dies? Like, does he leave behind anything? Like, scraps of metal?
No,
Just the gem that he
just
was
his
made
gem
from.
that he was
Just
traded
his
with,
gem? Because
Yeah.
you recovered the gem from the bag.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
This is where, let me just in case anybody doesn't know, and I'm sorry if I'm ruining the story for you, this is where Rummy died earlier, right here.
Okay, so that means the cloak, 20 gold pieces.
Yep. You can recover all that here. But
What was it?
you have to go and get it
32.
first.
Yeah, so a waterlogged journal, a cloak, and 32 gold pieces.
Yeah, thank you for remembering. I have it written down, but
Oh, okay.
Ronan, you see that here if you want to relay the information. This is where Rummy was. Do you recognize it, D1? You should. You should.
Kind
recognize
of.
it.
I mean, caves start to
Yeah,
look a
I know,
little the
it's
same
hard.
after a while.
I
but
know,
yeah.
it's true. I shouldn't have said anything.
But we're in waist and knee high water right now, right?
Yeah, so from
Okay.
what you can understand, and I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves about this, but Rummy came in, and you can't see where I'm ping because it's all black, but I will do it anyway. Rummy came in up here. If you zoom out, you can see my red ping.
Let me zoom. Oh, I see. Okay. All the way up
You
there.
see this? This is where
Oh,
Rummy
yeah.
swam into this place. Just to give you an idea.
Gotcha.
I shouldn't have told you, but whatever.
Yeah, well,
Just to give you an idea. I thought maybe you would recognize it because of the boat and stuff, but...
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
So who's relaying what? Or are we all kind of in the dark right now?
Sure, yeah, you can absolutely get together, talk, have a conversation, whatever you'd like to do.
Yeah, I shared everything that I had seen.
There you go, Ronan. I'll move you, guy.
So right away, D1's gonna look at the waterlogged journal and recognize it from seeing it through Rummy's eyes when he first acquired it. And then I'm gonna look at Alib and say, we might have just wasted our time blocking off this entrance. The mer creatures can definitely get in from the other side. They've been through here. They came through that way chasing Rummy when he was under.
This sounds like not a great idea. Then I think we should leave. Frankly,
I'm in agreement.
you already
Maybe-
said you're late
Alright.
for your meeting. He's going to be wanting you soon.
Well,
Your interest is above.
He's definitely suspicious as fuck by now.
And we are at a major disadvantage down here in the water. We have no idea how big this place is, what their forces consist of. This is a foolish endeavor.
I agree.
Yeah, I already got my bottle of, so let's go.
Maybe we should try to block the entrance from inside the boathouse. That might be our best idea.
I think that's
I
a great
agree.
jam.
Oh yeah, it was covered.
Let's definitely do that.
Just put all of that back.
Yeah. All right.
How long or how tall are the stairs?
They're probably like a good 12 feet.
Okay, so we can collapse the stairs.
You
I think
can.
so, yeah.
Good. Okay, so we're gonna start heading back.
Yeah.
All right. You're all going up the stairs back.
Yep.
All right.
Before I go back up,
Sure.
I'm gonna close this chest,
Okay.
and again with my mediocre lockpick skills, try to relock it.
Okay, you got it. You got it. Roll a. Wow, we've never done this before. Roll a. Shit, I don't know.
Brought these tools again.
Do
Or in
the
reverse?
thieves tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's say the DC to lock it is a 12 D1. It's a pretty old lock and it's pretty hefty. And you are the one doing it. And you have big Ninja Turtle hands,
True.
so it should be higher, but we'll make it a
All
12.
right, let's see how we get.
That's
there you go. 20.
like very
20.
easy for you. So yeah, you were able to close the chest lid very easily and lock
Relock
it up with no problem. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna look
Are you?
around.
You're taking all the stuff that was in it, correct?
Yeah, well, Brandy has
Okay.
all the stuff that's in it, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I just want to make this area look like nobody had fucked with it.
Yes.
Like
Gotcha.
visually, like if they look inside the chest, they'll know. But if they just walk by it and glance over, it'll look like it was left the way it was, right?
All right. Yeah. I love it. Okay. So you're all heading back upstairs then.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Perfect. All right. Perfect. Perfect.
Ah, Griff,
So-
you missed it. There was a tree down there growing rotten peaches. It's fucking amazing.
Peaches.
A magical rotten peach tree.
I don't even know what to say. Like, normally I have something witty or something, but I don't know.
That's
Gotcha.
awesome.
It's pretty great. Okay. So let me see here. You all kind of make your way back up top here. Are we covering the whole back up?
Not just
Yeah.
covering, but securing.
Securing.
On the
Tell me how
stairs,
you want to do this.
Let's destroy the stairs.
Oh, you can do that if you'd like.
Do we
If
want
everyone else
to
is fine with that.
Oh,
see if
God.
we can lift the stairs back up with us?
Oh, sure. That's a better
wall
idea.
Is,
Yeah, sorry about that. Moving stuff around here.
earthquake.
I know. Like, what layer is it on?
Oh shit, it's coming down.
I guess we'll put the boards above it, and then what do you guys think? We'll pull up the ladder, put the boards back, and what's heavy? Maybe drag one of the boats right on
Yeah,
top of
drag all
it.
these fucking boats over top
Yeah.
of it.
No, the boat is a good idea.
And we can even put things inside the boat to also make it heavier if need be.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Oh no, I lost it again. Here, forgive me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Immersion.
Can I just also
There you go.
go outside and kind of just casually look around and make sure nobody else is like peering at the boat dock
You absolutely can. Yeah.
while this is happening?
So whatever. There's a ladder out there now. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's amazing. I'll take care of it later.
Yeah.
So, Aliva, roll a perception check for me. Roll it with advantage. You have a really good view here of the front of the area here and the dock. And you are replacing natural one. Nice.
That was with the disadvantage. Was it disadvantage? Yeah.
Yeah, but
Was it? I thought I had advantage on them.
advantage. Yeah, you have advantage, so it doesn't count. But I thought it was funny. So you're all moving the wood back at the same time, right? Let me just make sure.
Yeah, securing the wood as best we can, and
There, how's that? You can also, if you'd like, you can move like the rafts on it, boxes, whatever you'd like. There's lots of stuff.
Is this D1's rowboat right here?
It is.
Okay. I'm gonna grab my rowboat. I'm gonna spin it around so the fat end's facing northeast.
Like that?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna drag it and put it right on top of the wood.
Like that?
Over to the left a bit, like so it's right on top of the hole. No, yeah, okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it works.
No, not
like
that. No, because it doesn't fit that way. Spin it back. Yeah, I guess like that, and then move it right into the corner. Perfect.
Perfect.
It's not super important.
It's not.
It's not, but you know,
Yeah.
there's a barrel and stuff there, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. All right.
Yeah.
That's perfect. No, this is. I would say that you've hidden it pretty well with no checks or anything required here. Let me. Perfect. Okay. Aliva, as you peer out through the swamp here, the bog, and you look out through the tree lines, you see the path that's coming kind of straight out in front of you, seemingly from somewhere out in the woods somewhere, where you actually remember seeing that person. Remember journeying up through from the bottom and up and seemingly to the end. You look around. You take a deep breath of the fresh salt air out here, and there is not a single soul in sight. Not a person. You barely even see any wildlife. There's some birds up in a tree pretty far up above you, but there doesn't seem to be anything of note.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. What would everybody like to do? I kind of want to give you a second here before we jump forward.
Yeah. What do you want to look at everyone say? Another visit with Bias in the main doghouse could be in order here.
For what?
Get him to hang on to this damn amulet. I'm already feeling a little sketched by it.
Yeah, I don't want to give it to somebody that's not us.
Well,
We
That means one
can try
person stays
it.
behind.
We can try it with bitters. We've talked about that.
that's a good point. D1's gonna wave bitters over towards him.
She can wear a necklace.
And
All right.
he's gonna place it into Bitter's claw hands.
Bitters absolutely shies from it, and I'm sorry for doing this to you, Brandy, because it's
Oh no!
Bitters doesn't even want anything to do with being close to it.
Well, that's okay. As long as
It's
it like
Bitters
doesn't.
dies again.
I thought you were gonna kill bitters.
She somehow can sense that something isn't natural about it. And
She's like,
doesn't-
I'm good, bro. I don't want that.
yeah, some kind of weird natural animal thing going on.
No, I mean honestly, it makes sense.
Just give it to Aliva before she takes it from you.
Yeah. Bias seems trustworthy. I mean,
It's not really a matter of trust. It's the safest hands are our own.
Oh, in case someone came in and attacked him, I guess that would be the concern.
That means one of us stays with him the entire time.
Well, we can leave the pets with him. I can leave.
It just-
I can leave Rummy with him.
They're just not fighting capable.
That way, if he attempts anything sketchy, I mean, the end's only a 2-minute run for us. We should be able to catch him if he tries to get sketch out on us.
Rather just not take the chance.
Yeah, that's a tough one. No, if we bring it with us,
If we bring it with us, the Croc Boss will be aware of it. If we leave it unattended or not in the hands of an actual person, it's going to start smoking and rattling again.
I mean, I know you guys are eager to get back to him, but we also could just simply leave town with it. and then he can't get it, and his plan can't happen.
We're not sure
I give a
that
big
this.
thumbs up to Oliva on
We're
that.
not sure that this amulet is the keys, though. The keys. Vaya said he's searching for keys, and I don't believe this amulet is what he needs to begin this catastrophic event that he's planning. We don't know that the amulet is part of that, or if it's something else that he's looking for it.
True. Ronan, sorry, what did you say?
When you said leave town, I was just giving you a thumbs up.
Nice.
I love that idea.
Unless this reclaiming catches up with us anyways.
So then what do we do?
Well,
Or is
we've got two options, right? We take it with us and we risk us getting captured by the croc boss and losing the amulet, or having to fight our way out of the croc boss, or we leave it with whatever
Mr.
Shadestone man and risk, the croc boss coming and attacking him while he has it.
Yeah.
Well, if we're taking it with us, then I highly suggest that I pretend not to know you guys. Just in case. I mean, not that I want to be associated with you anyway, but,
Well, we seem
that
to
was
be.
a joke.
We seem to be in this together at this point to a degree. I mean, I vote against bringing this amulet anywhere near the inn. That's just my input. We leave it with Fyeth, and I leave Rummy behind to guard him. Like
It's
I
a
said,
hard choice.
if he tries anything sketchy, we're gonna have to be ready to sprint out here and grab him before he fucks off. But I think we can catch him in time.
Assuming that big old croc boss just lets us leave.
That's another, yeah. Well, I would have to have a good excuse to get the fuck out of there. I mean,
we're kind of
What's an
already on
excuse
his
to
shit
leave?
list, I assume. So if he doesn't want us to leave, there's no excuse that we can make that's going to convince him.
what
Just
you're saying
give
is
it to Oliva.
We could
like-
end up stuck in the inn.
I mean, right now, there are people from all over visiting, so, and if he's not willing to make a scene to keep you there, then he can't.
True, and we can come up with
That's a
something.
good
We're
point.
going to get some more drinks. We're going to, you know what I mean?
I've got a potion now of invisibility.
That too.
I mean, that could make a difference. Yeah. That is enough to almost make me risk wanting to bring the amulet with us, knowing that we do have a ticket out of there if needed.
Well, if the amulet's in there, he's gonna know we have it. That's the problem.
I have to
Then,
agree with
no
that.
matter where we run,
Sure.
he's gonna be aware that we have it.
Yeah, but we're strong. I mean, we're strong and sneaky. We're not going to take on a whole stronghold of baddies, but...
From what everyone around town's been telling us, that croc boss is not someone you want to get in hand-to-hand combat with.
Okay, so, in theory, say we leave it with Fyeth.
Yeah.
How long then will it take for him to be influenced by it? What if he turns on us? What if something else happens?
It's definitely several hours. We don't know. That's a good question, because we're not sure. We've each held it for, I would say, several hours.
And did it influence you at the same... Did it take the same length of time for that to happen to each of you, or is it different?
I carried it back to town from the exit that we found quite a ways away, so I did have it for a while. The effect I felt was minor.
Yeah, because I had it in my pouch for a while, didn't I? I didn't really
Brandy's
notice
held it
Yeah.
for a while as well,
Mm-hmm.
and with minimal.
Yeah.
So I do believe it can be held for a substantial amount of time before you can feel it, but it doesn't take you over or anything.
The only thing I don't like about leaving it with Shadestone is that he does, in theory, know the locations of those shards. So if we leave it with him, we could be creating some kind of in for him. So if he's not trustworthy, or if he has just his own means not related to this croc boss, that could bite us in the ass.
Absolutely could. That's why I leave Rummy there. I just think if we gotta fight and kill somebody, I think we can take this Shadestone motherfucker. I don't know if we can take the croc boss and all his minions.
There.
That's a good point.
I've eyeballed that bias guy. He doesn't
Yeah,
look...
fuck it. Let's just go get it.
He doesn't look too tough. I think all of us together could kill him.
Alone, no, but his family is noble and powerful from the Southwest. So as long as we don't involve them, then sure.
Yeah. I imagine that would be some travel time for them to meet with him.
Yes, I'm just looking ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we definitely cannot leave it with Bayatha indefinitely. We're gonna have to retrieve it from him as soon as we're done finding out what the croc boss is gonna planning. As soon as we infiltrate the croc boss, do our meeting, get him to stop wondering where the fuck we are. I definitely highly suggest we retrieve this from Shadestone and kill him if he refuses to give it back to us.
So long as he isn't killed and has it taken from him.
Yeah. Again, we'll have to.
I know. There's not a good answer.
There isn't.
It's like picking among the.
If he gets attacked,
ugly.
we need to have an excuse to get the fuck out of the inn and deal with it.
Well, if we want an excuse, we'll leave, my familiar out, because the familiar can watch over Shadestone's area.
Yes.
But except I can only tap into bitters, like, by choice. So I could close my eyes and do it, and
You
a
can do
croc
it
boss would notice it.
I think the one limitation is familiars are 100 feet.
That's true.
So 100 feet from the basement of the inn, you could set him up at exactly 100 feet away from you.
And he can pat back and forth.
Yeah.
He can fly around.
He could
Can the
definitely...
familiars take some of the drink for the telepathy? We have one dose left.
That's true. Which it might...
I never considered that, but that's a great
I
idea.
don't think that would work.
Doesn't really work that way usually, but
It might come in handy with us being able to communicate with each other in a room full of room full of people with a croc boss standing there.
That in general would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, we could talk amongst ourselves in a crowded room with this massive gathering.
Yes.
So we want to go to a criminal meeting and be shady motherfuckers.
That's the plan. Yeah.
yes.
I mean,
That is a plan.
that is the plan.
And I'll stick to my original story for being here. Otherwise, I may not be most well received.
I wouldn't tell him all your details.
Not all of them, no, but I think even just... If there's any kind of recognition, especially since 2 of my people have gone missing from here recently, then as it is, I won't be well received.
Yeah, we'll have to approach that with care. But alright, is that the plan? Are we gonna go talk to Bayath here?
Sure. Yes.
Is that the idea? Yeah.
I don't know.
Perfect. All right. So, as you kind of make your way, kind of one by one, double checking to make sure that you repiled everything nice and sturdy here. The ladder itself pulled back inside and kind of on the floor here, the shack, as to not be hanging down into the hole, so that anything could utilize it. You've made you've done a pretty good job here of securing the area and hiding it. Anyone who didn't know wouldn't know any of the better. It's completely covered and hidden. As you kind of make your way up the path here to Hedrick's house, the dockmaster, on the dirt road here, kind of across the bridge, as the rain slowly drizzles, barely even noticeable anymore. The thunder long gone somewhere north. As you kind of make your way to the steps and kind of open the door and make your way into the hut there, I think that's a great time for a break. How is everybody feeling right now? Is everybody good for like another 15, 20, possibly half hour?
I can do it a half hour at most, but I have to be at work in 7 hours.
Oh no, that's excellent. Actually, if we can do like a half an hour, that'd get us to a really good spot.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's take like 5, like a real quick kind of thing.
Sure.
Yep.
And we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Sounds good. All right.
I'll be right here. Are these little breaks recorded as well?
I do leave it on, yeah, usually.
Okay, just curious. I was like, how much do I have to watch my mouth?
Nice. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Sweet.
Yes. You there, Seda? Are you making tea? That was the sound of a nice, refreshing can of Monster being opened, not sponsored. Although a sponsorship would be fucking rocking for Monster, right? Like, how cool would that be for D&D?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting into sim racing soon. I'm just saying, Monster. Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We didn't even get to the stuff that I've been so nervous about. It's so funny.
We're very good at side missions.
That's my fault, though. I'm so sorry, guys.
That's not a bad thing.
We'll get there eventually. Then the next session will be called The Gathering Part 2.
See, you say that, but I feel like you don't believe it.
As long as you guys are having a good time, man, that's all that I care about.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm definitely a side quester, when I'm gaming.
Yeah.
So it fits with my
Good.
to explore everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I just provided you were so excited about your little monologues, and then we're like, actually,
I know, it's so funny,
this
right?
rock.
That's great. It gives me another week to practice.
Yeah, you did like map the rock though, so you made it relevant. So it's like, how could you do this? So.
Oh man, fun times.
I'm
Where
gonna
you at,
laugh
Sato,
when
Sato?
Vyeth tells us, "Nah, I don't want that evil piece of shit."
I
I
contemplated it.
know.
I was like, what would Fyeth actually do with the knowledge that he has? But
So Kaylee will just threaten them. I'll kill your sister.
No, we gotta get more sinister. We'll find your sister, revive your sister, and then kill your sister.
oh, that's horrible.
My notes of their names are so atrocious. I think Truvados? No?
What is it? Truvados?
I don't know what I wrote. And then, oh fuck, what did I write? Anna Lou.
Oh, you're talking about, okay, yeah, Anna Lynn. Yep.
Oh, Lynn, wow. Okay, that's
Yeah.
bad writing.
It's okay. Anna Lynn Shadestone. She's kind of a badass.
I think I got Sasha written down too.
Yes. Fun, fun, fun. Sato, you getting your tea? Now this guy over here getting his tea. Jakey? Green tempered and short with wait, is it short tempered and green with envy? Sato? Yeah. That's what we did to the other group.
Wait, what?
The other group. So the other group, right? Like they didn't do like, they haven't done like a lot of dungeons and stuff. They like to RP a lot, and so they didn't really have a lot of gold to buy stuff to do this big huge thing that I had laid out. So I had to come up with a way to like give them the money they needed to buy the stuff. So what I did was I had Frankie. I created Frankie, who's basically like just this, if you could picture it, a goblin from WoW, basically.
Yeah.
Disguised as a halfling. And he made a deal with him, like, oh, I'll set up a line of credit with you. Just sign here with your blood. No big deal. Like, just pay me back, right? You have like so many times. And so I sent him up a credit line, each of them, and I told him like, oh, you have like 6 weeks or whatever to pay it back to me or whatever. And like immediately I started to show them signs of being short-tempered and green with envy, which is basically they're turning into goblins.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, it's hilarious. We've been having so much fun with it. Pretty funny. Sato's like, you should do it way sooner than you planned. I was like, oh. He did say 6 weeks. I mean, in 6 weeks, they don't know if that meant in real time or in game time. So, just saying. Where you at, Sato?
Well, if you told the characters, they don't have a concept of real time.
It's true. So it just like immediately hit them while they were fighting in the Goblin Cave. So funny. We're having a lot of fun with that.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right. So everyone, we are back at, and I'll just go ahead and move you to the bayou. As the map loads in with 20,000 parts.
So we still have our interaction with Bias to come to, right?
You do, yep. So let me. Oh, why is Bricks there?
Yeah, I noticed that. Well, Brick is snooping around here.
Yeah, he's still at the inn, from what as far as you know. All right, perfect. So you make your way, and we have this token now, thanks to
in on our way.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I am going to grab Rummy's storing stone, and I am going to cast Tasha's hideous laughter into it.
Ooh. Okay. You got it, D1. Let me write that down here. I know you will too.
Yeah, now let me... Is there an upcast to that? No, so it'll just be... Yeah, there's no upcast to that one, okay. So that's a first level spell slot going.
Perfect.
So,
Also, no sense to your token. I'm probably going to walk either way behind or way ahead of you guys, so I'm not exactly seen with you.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Yep. So, and I'm going to give it back to Rummy so he has it, yeah.
Yeah, so Rummy now has in his possession a storing stone that has a level 1 Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, sounds good. Eventually, I was going to give you a card for that, but I figured, everybody is kind of... Yeah, everybody knows what it does, so I figured there's no reason. All right, perfect. So, is there anything else that you all want to do before we get with Fyth here?
Aliba said she's sort of
moving a little ahead
from us. Yeah.
Okay. So Aliba, are you kind of like tagging behind? Are you like pretty far ahead? Are you
behind only because I want to keep my eye on this group also a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So Aliva, you are probably, I will say, how far behind the group are you? Maybe like a good 15 feet, something like that.
I was thinking more like 30 or 40, but sure.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's totally fine. So you're really far. So you're not going to be with them when they go into the shack here?
Yeah, probably not, no.
Okay. This is fine. So we're going to go ahead and, as you walk up to the entrance here and you kind of open the door, you walk inside, the four of you. Aliva is still kind of down by the dock here a bit, kind of keeping an eye out. You all walk inside and you see Fyth kind of sitting there, in this kind of long leg chair with a high back, kind of in front of a fireplace that doesn't have a fire lit in it, and he just seems to be sitting there. And as he notices you kind of walk in, I heard the creatures fall. Forgive me, I'm probably wouldn't have been much of a help, but I could see that you succeeded, so that's something.
There were some beasts out there. We did have to kill them. They were out of place, to say the least.
Some beasts, you say? I heard you. The commotion. I was able to kind of look out and see some. It was much too. There's much too many leaves and brush kind of in my way here to kind of get a good view. But I figured you're able-bodied enough to deal with whatever threat lingered on. Besides that, I was kind of unable to help you, considering the amount of effort that I spent to try to help you all out. I apologize for that. There wasn't much I could do about that. I would have been useless to you.
Don't worry about it. You can make it up to us right now.
You don't say.
Yeah. Can you hang on to this? And I'll gesture to D1 about the necklace.
We're on our way to visit the Croc Boss. As per our plan, we discussed.
Yeah, of course.
We just want to make sure some of our valuables are. It's a meeting, a gathering of sorts, I'm sure, full of pickpockets and all kinds of, scrupulous types.
Sure.
If you could just hang on to some of our valuables for us. And when I hand them the amulet, I'm going to hand them our bags of gems with it.
Okay.
To make it look like here, just hang on.
Oh, sneaky. Yeah, I love this. So you're handing him like this.
I'm going to put, and I'm just going to say, do not put this down. Do not put it on a shelf. Keep this on. I'm going to put the amulet in with the bag of gems.
Oh, you're going to put it in the bag of gems. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to hand him the bag of gems, and I'm going to say, keep this on your body. Do not put it down.
Wait, keep
this bag of gems on your person. Do not put it down.
I'm sorry. I don't understand it. What's the deal with the bag of gems here? Is there is something gonna kind of eat me?
If we're going into an unscrupulous setting, it's better to not have a bag full of gems.
Roll a. That's really good, Ronan. Roll a perception
Yeah.
check, or persuasion check, Ronan, with advantage. That's probably really lame to a viewer, but that was really thoughtful. So simple and basic, but thoughtful. 13.
16.
16. Sorry. Nice, Ronan. Yeah, that makes absolute sense. Why would you wanna take a bag full of gems and goods into see the boss? Of course. Here, there's a chest over here that Hedrick used to store some of his stuff. It's kind of behind this bookcase here. This is kind of what we gave you the other stuff from. Do you want to just put all the stuff in here? I could just put the bag in here, the bag of gems and stuff.
I'd prefer it if you kept it on you. Keep it safe.
Because
these
valuable.
gems are worth a lot. I believe.
I see.
I believe a few of them are ancient. They're worth more than a typical gem. The monetary value is high.
Really? You don't say. Where did you roll a persuasion check as well, D1? Against me? Just a couple of times here, just for fun.
Normal.
Normal. Yeah.
Persuasion.
No, do it with advantage as well.
Okay.
Yeah, let you guys have some fun. See if you can beat mine.
Ooh, 14.
Oh, you did by 1 point. I got a 13. That's awesome. Yeah, I understand. I guess there's not really anybody around here. But you know what?
Let's just say
It's just for our peace.
Let's
I
just say
won't
we don't
argue.
want them lying in a chest. We want them on your body.
Of course.
If somebody breaks in here, you can run with them. If you have to take the time to fish them out of a chest before you run, that's wasted time on your getaway.
Do you suspect anybody saw you?
No, I don't believe anybody saw it. There's
Nobody in
a
particular,
gathering
just
of criminals going on in town right now.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, I'll do what you ask. Listen, a favor, if you don't mind. Since I'm doing this for you, I really would appreciate if any information that you could lend me or find out rather about about what the gathering actually is. What's the purpose of the boss gathering all of these different people? The delegation of dwarves, a delegation of elves. What is all this about? He's pulling all of these people from all over the land, and the boss is not good people. So if you could find out any information that you could about what he's up to and bring it back, share it with me. Of course, I'll hold this for you.
Yeah. We'll fill you in when we get back to claim
You
more
have
cards.
our word. You also have our word that we will attempt at our best efforts to search out your family heirloom that you mentioned.
That would mean the world to me. That's my main objective. My if only you knew of the nightmares that my family's been through.
You keep our valuables on your person, keep them safe. We will do everything we can to return your heirloom to you.
Sounds like a deal, friend.
Now, do you mind if my little friend here just sort of hangs out with you? He's harmless for the
No, of course not. Of course not. Here, you can perch right over here. I was just looking at this novel. It's something about a ship crossing the sea, and I don't know. It's some story. I've been reading. It's quite good. Maybe you can keep me company over here as I got to flip through the pages.
He's not much for conversation, but he's a good listener.
Perfect. Takes his mug. Tips it up to Rummy. Takes a sip.
Rummy will give him a toothy smile.
Perfect. All right. He has in his possession. What exactly do you all want to hand him? So the bag of gems, obviously, with the amulet in the bag. Is there anything else in particular? Artifacts that you have, weapons, special items, anything at all that you want to leave with him? Do you want to change your clothes? Do you want to appear differently? Is there anything at all that you want to do before you head back to the inn? Or you could do it there. It's really up to you.
Yeah, I think.
I got nothing.
Anybody else?
I'm not even there for the conversation, so no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jin's not in there, so it's just Brandy. Griffin
Sure.
probably wouldn't have anything.
And
Yeah, I
Aleva,
think I'm okay. I mean, I'll keep my stuff.
right.
Unless you took that fancy outfit from below.
Yeah, do you want to do anything with those? The fancy outfits?
Oh, I guess I won't. I won't probably wear it. So
Those are an option.
I guess
Lots
I
of options.
could give them to him, but
I think we're good.
You good?
Yeah, well, because we instructed him to hold those gems.
Sure.
So piling him up with a whole bunch of shit and trying to explain to him why he has to hold it all.
yeah. But I think I'm okay.
All right, I love this. Anybody at all? Everybody's happy with what they have on their person before we proceed. That is a yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think so.
All right, just double checking for the sake
That's
of
ominous.
later.
I know. It's like,
I know.
hang on, what are we missing something here?
just double checking. All right.
Very ominous.
Yeah, a little bit, right? So, okay. Fiath has in his possession the things that you've given to him.
So
Aleva, if
all
you
of
would-
our gems in a bag with the.
all your gems, you got it. Yeah, along with the amulet. Yes. Yeah. And he is holding on to it as we speak, kind of in the palm of his one hand as he kind of reads his book with another, kind of begins to flip through the pages. You see Aleva. I'd like you to, if you could, roll a perception check for me. It's one of the last rolls here.
All right, normal, right?
Yeah, just a normal, good old one. You're kind of outside, keeping a lookout. See if you find anything interesting here. What do we got
damn.
here?
6.
Ooh, that's really good.
I see all.
Gee, yeah, you see through everything, right? Aleva, your token isn't even on the board. What am I doing?
Well, she's part of our group token.
Yeah, she is, that's
right. But
So,
she's separate. Yeah.
yeah, Aleva, I would say you're on the cut of the bridge here, at the end of the bridge, and you're kind of peering out in the direction of the inn. You notice a couple of interesting things here. There is a very large kind of body of water that you seem to be moving over there, and you could see it's pretty murky, but it seems to be deeper in the middle there. There's also a couple of, it looks like it's really hard to say, but maybe clothing. It's over here across it. It doesn't seem to be anything of significance, just something that you notice that's out of the ordinary. It's kind of caught up in the loose roots and branches of the bog here, on the rim of the bog. It's just right here. They just look like maybe pieces of clothing or something. It's pretty far away, even with your awesome perception check.
Clothing
Aside from that,
attached to a body or just clothing?
it's really hard to say. It looks as though it's just maybe some clothing that's wrapped around like a piece of branch or something, kind of off in the distance. But you don't see anything that is suspicious to you. You don't see any bodies. You don't see anybody like sneaking around or hiding in the tree line or anything at all like that. You have total perception all the way around you as you kind of do a 360 around you, Aleva. In the sky as well, you look down into the different bodies of water. It seems oddly calm for where you are.
I'm highly paranoid now about those mer people. I mean, as long as I could keep the Shadestone house within line of sight, I'd go to explore the clothes.
Oh yeah, it would require you to hop down into the murky water.
How
Unless
deep?
you want to. So it's hard to say off the bridge. You can see kind of off the shore though. It's probably about waist deep here. So you're assuming it probably gets a lot deeper in the middle.
Yeah, can I go to the other side of the bridge and go from that side?
Sure. Yeah, you want to walk around the outside edge, like the perimeter?
Yeah.
Sure. Roll a dexterity check for me, just because it's kind of a tangled, rooted mess all along the perimeter here, Aleva.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, natural one.
Oh, you're good. We had to have one eventually.
Oh,
Oh man,
Ruh-roh.
Aleva, you
I
begin
trip and fall
to
face first in the water.
yeah, you begin to like scale the edge of the water line here, and as you get closer and closer, there is a moment where you put your boot on a really stable root, seemingly, but the root breaks, and you find yourself falling right into the water right here. You put your feet down and you stand up, Aliva, and you're probably about chest deep in murky water. And that is where we're going to end this session for the evening, I think.
Nice.
Just sopping wet and like an angry cat.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Very nice. So with that being said, I think that's a good spot to stop it. And here, let me just, for the sake of it, I need to put Aliva in the pond here, just for the sake of it, because why not, right?
Nice.
Let me grab her token. Come on, row 20. Oh my god, this is taking forever. Why is it taking forever?
Very much
There we go.
angry wet cat.
You're like perfect.
All right, here we go. Bam. And when we come back next time, we will.
The thing, at least I don't see it.
Now I have to put it on there still.
Oh, no, it's all good. Yeah.
Damn. Oh, it's huge. She's a giant.
It's my anger. It makes me big.
Yeah. Her token
You
is
said you're a
There you go.
paladin, not a rune knight.
Perfect. All right. We will see everyone next Thursday, where we will continue until hopefully next week we'll get into the gathering. So. Perfect.
Right on.
All right, guys. Good job tonight.
Yeah, it was good. If everybody's good, I can stop the recording.
Oh yeah.
Sounds
yeah.
good. We will see everyone next week. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Peace.
Ooh, yeah.